Welcome to my channel. Today we are going to discuss about the objective type questions from the fourth unit finite world length effect from the subject discrete time signal processing, okay, or DSP. So already I posted the 16 videos for that subject. If we want to learn that videos means I will give link in the description box. You can see, okay, or in the DTSP playlist or videos are available in order from first unit to fourth unit, all videos, and I will post the remaining videos successively. Okay, so you can see. So in this video, we are going to discuss about the topic limit cycle oscillation. Okay, so already from the fourth unit, we discussed the first one is A to D, D to A converter quantizer. Then the second one is a number representation, fixed point and floating point representation. Then the third video we discussed, it's a quantization of filter coefficients. Then this is the fourth one, limit cycle oscillations. Uh, so this limit cycle oscillation, it's an unwanted effect happened due to the finite world length effect in this digital filters. Okay, so the first question you see, in recursive system, which of the following is caused because of the non-linearities due to finite precision arithmetic operations? Okay, periodic oscillations in the input, non-periodic oscillations in the input, non-periodic oscillation in the output, periodic oscillations in the output. In recursive system, due to the non-linearity of the finite precision arithmetic operation, we will get periodic oscillations in the output. So that periodic oscillations, we are calling it as a limit cycle oscillations. Okay. In recursive system, the non-linearities due to finite precision arithmetic operation cause the periodic oscillation to occur in the output even when the input sequence is zero. Okay. Once the system enters into limit cycle oscillation, if you are removing the input also, we will get the same output. Okay, in that thing we are calling it as a limit cycle oscillation. It's unwanted effect. Okay, happening in recursive system. So recursive system means already you know the recursive system means that is the system, it is having the feedback. That is the present output it depends upon the past outputs also. Okay, that is called as a recursive system. The next thing, the oscillations in the output of recursive system are called as limit cycles. Yes, okay. That is in recursive system, we will get in the output of recursive, we will get some oscillation. Okay, oscillation means the output is not a constant. The output it will vary from two value, plus 5, minus 5, plus 10, minus 10. Okay, that thing it is called as a limit cycles. Okay, it's a true. So due to this non-linearity, the output, even though if you are removing the input to zero, we will get oscillations in the output. That is called as a limit cycles. Then the next one, limit cycles in recursive are directly attributable to which of the following? Round off error in multiplication, overflow error in addition, both of the mention, none of the mention. Okay, the limit cycle in recursive are directly attributable to, so round off error in multiplication, overflow error in addition. Because of the two things, we will get the limit cycle. Okay, the oscillations in the output of recursive system are called limit cycle and are directly attributable to round off error in multiplication process and overflow error in addition process. Okay, then the next one, zero input limit cycles occur from non-zero initial conditions with input x of n is 0. So in limit cycle oscillation, there are two types there. One is zero input limit cycle and another one is overflow limit cycle. What is zero input limit cycle means? Even though the input applied to the system is 0, we will get some output. We will get some oscillations in the output. That is called as a zero input limit cycle. So the zero input limit cycle occur from non-zero. Why that system produces some output means because of the non-zero initial conditions. Okay, yes, it's a true only. Okay, you see, when the input sequence x of n to the filter becomes 0. Okay, if x of n is 0, the output of the filter, then after a number of iteration, it enters into limit cycle. Okay, so the output remains the limit cycle until another input of the sufficient size is applied. Okay, so that thing we are calling it as a zero input limit cycle. Even though the input is zero, due to some condition, so the output of that particular system produces some unwanted oscillation. It is called as a zero input limit cycle. Okay, so that is due to the previous initial values, initial conditions stored in that system. The next question, in recursive system, if the system output enters a limit cycle, it will continue to remain in a limit cycle even if the input is made zero. These limit cycles are called zero input limit cycle. Okay, so this is the definition for zero input limit cycle. Okay, even though once the system enters into the limit cycle, it will remain in the limit cycle even if you are making the input is zero. Then the next question, what is the range of values called as to which the amplitude of the output during a limit cycle are confined to? Stop band, pass band, leave band, dead band. Okay, the amplitudes of the output during the limit cycle are confined to a range. It is called as a dead band of the particular filter. Okay, during this limit cycle, the output of that particular system fluctuates to some two values. That range we are calling it as a dead band. The next one, dash is also defined as the range or band of amplitude over which the filter cannot work effectively if the signal amplitude to be filtered is equal to or less than the amplitude of limit cycle. It is the dead band. So this is the definition for dead band. Dead band is nothing but range or band of amplitude over which the filter cannot work effectively. Okay, this is the dead band. Then the next thing, which of the following is true when the response of single pole filter is in the limit cycle? Okay, if the single pole filter means the first order filter. The first order filter is in the limit cycle means which one is true in this thing? Okay, actual nonlinear system acts as an equivalent nonlinear system. Actual nonlinear system acts as an equivalent linear system. Okay, this is the correct thing. Linear system is act as a non-linear. This one is the correct. Okay, B is the correct thing. Which of the following expression define the dead band of single pole filter? That is the dead band formula for the first order filter. Single pole means first order filter. So the dead band formula is that, this is the thing, the dead band is less than or equal to modulus of dead band. Okay, the modulus of dead band, that is the modulus value of dead band is less than or equal to 0.5 into 2 to the power minus b divided by 1 minus modulus a, where a is the filter coefficient, b is the number of bits used to quantize that particular data. This is the formula for dead band. You just remember it. Using this formula, you may have some 2 mark problem also. Okay, 0.5 into 2 to the power minus b divided by 1 minus modulus a. Then the next thing, what is the dead band of the single pole filter with a pole at 1 by 2 and it is represented by 4 bits. Okay, so you see in this formula, the b is the number of bits. So b bit used is 4. Then the pole value, this a value, filter coefficient is 1 by 2. So if you are substituting this a as a 1 by 2, b as a 4 in this formula, we will get the dead band answer is minus 1 by 16 to 1 by 16. Okay, so we will get the answer. You just substitute in this formula, we will get the answer. Similarly, for any value of this a and b, you may calculate the thing. Then the next one, which of the following expression define the dead band for second order filter? Okay, so this is the formula for the first order filter. So first order filter means the filter is having only one coefficient a. Okay, filter coefficient. If it is a second order filter, we will get the two coefficient a1 and a2. Okay, so what is the dead band formula for that second order filter means the dead band is less than or equal to 0.5 into 2 to the power minus b divided by 1 minus modulus a2. Okay, so the difference between the first order and second order is instead of the coefficient a, here a2. Okay, a2. So which one is a2 means, you see, if the second order system equation is like this, you see y of n, output y of n equal to a1 y of n minus 1 plus a2 y of n minus 2 plus x of n means this one. Okay, the y of n minus 2 coefficient, it is called as a a2. This a2 we have to substitute here. We will get the dead band. Okay, this is the dead band for second order filter. Then the next question, what is the dead band for single pole filter with the pole 3/4 and number of bit 4? Okay, the same thing. You substitute in this formula. The A value is 3/4. The B, number of bits used to represent is 4. You just substitute here. We will get the answer is minus 1/4 to 1/8 to plus 1/8. Okay, so the actual formula is modulus is less than or equal to. That's why 1/8 we will get. So the dead band range is minus 1/8 to plus 1/8. The next thing, the limit cycle mode with zero input, which occurs as a result of rounding the multiplication, corresponds to an equivalent second order system with the poles at z is equal to plus or minus 1. So the limit cycle with zero input, which occurs as a result of rounding multiplication, it is corresponding to the equivalent second order system with the pole z is equal to plus or minus 1. The statement is true. Okay. The next thing, what is the necessary and sufficient condition for second order filter? That no zero input overflow limit cycle occurs. Okay. So what is the necessary and sufficient? The condition is that the modulus of A1 plus modulus of A2, that is the A1, A2 is the filter coefficient of that second order filter. If this addition, it should be less than 1 means this is the necessary and sufficient condition for no zero input limit cycle oscillation. Then the next one, what is overflow oscillation? The another type of limit cycle oscillation, it is a overflow oscillation. Overflow oscillation means if you are adding two fixed point arithmetic number means the output may overflow. Okay, so that is if you are adding two 4-bit data, the result may be 5-bit or 6-bit. So except 4-bit, the remaining 1-bit or 2-bit, it is called as a overflow. Okay, so the addition of two fixed point arithmetic number cause overflow when the sum exceeds the word size. Okay, word size available to store the sum. This overflow caused by the adder make the filter output to oscillate between the maximum amplitude limits. So such limit cycles are called as overflow limit cycle. Okay, so because of that overflow error in the addition process, the output of the particular filter may oscillate between two values. That is called as a overflow oscillations. The next thing, the effective remedy for curing the problem of overflow oscillation is to modify the adder characteristics. It's a true or false? True. Okay, that is if we want to eliminate the overflow oscillation, we may use the two process. One is saturation arithmetic, another one is signal scaling. Okay, so we have to modify the adder characteristics. Yes, it's a true. Then you see the next question, what are the methods to prevent overflow? If we want to prevent the overflow oscillation, we may use the two method, saturation arithmetic, signal scaling. So both of the above is the answer. If we want to prevent overflow oscillation, we may use saturation arithmetic or signal scaling. Then the next one, why limit cycle problem does not exist when the FIR filter is realized in direct form or cascade form. If the FIR filter is realized in direct form or cascade form, why limit cycle problem is not existing? You know, the FIR filter is not a recursive. Okay, so it's a non-recursive filter. So that's why there is no feedback in FIR. In IR is a recursive type. So that's why we will get the limit cycle problem in that IR filter. So in case of FIR, there are no limit cycle oscillation if the filter is realized in direct form or cascade form, since the structure have no feedback. Then what is the need for scaling in digital filter implementation? So in order to prevent the overflow, okay, the scaling, it's a one of the remedy in order to prevent the overflow. Okay, in that in scaling, the signal level at certain point in a digital filter must be scaled so that no overflow occurs in the adder. Okay, we are multiplying the data 2 by some scale 0.5 means the amplitude is reduces. So that's why we will not get any overflow. That is the scaling process. Okay, which realization is less sensitive to the process of quantization, cascade form. In cascade form realization, we will get the minimum error. Okay, so that's why always we are realizing, instead of realizing the direct form, we may use the cascade form in order to realize the filters. Okay, FAR, IR filters in order to reduce the error produced due to the quantization process. Okay, so these are all the some of the questions about the limit cycle oscillations in a finite wavelength of the filters. Okay, so thanks for watching my channel, and please subscribe my channel for more videos. And if you want to learn the remaining video, I will give a link for that remaining videos in the description box, so you can see, or in my channel the separate playlist is there for each subject. So in that playlist, all MCQ videos are available, you can see. Okay. Thank you. We will meet in the next video. Thank you.